Welcome to the 10th episode of NPSee, the series that aims to bring the unimportant NPCs from games to light. Let us dive right into the vast province of Cyrodiil in Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. This week, we travel to Bravil, the more run-down appearing city in the southeastern side of Cyrodiil, north of Leowyn. There, we come across City Swimmer, the fantastically named Argonian miscreant. This swimmer of cities likes to fish in people's pockets and is associated with a certain guild of thieves.
What do you think you're doing? Stop right there!
When you first grace City Swimmer with your presence, you are greeted with,
"Does anyone see City Swimmer? Is he gliding beneath the silver water? Is he creeping round a corner, hugging a wall, silent as a shadow in the dark? No, I am here. I stand proud before you, City Swimmer, trainer of the prospective sneaker, the sly sliding unseen."
asking about Bravil.
Ha! Members of the Thieves Guild in our fair town? What makes you think that? Never! Absurd! Such fine law-abiding citizens are we all.
Totally not suspicious. Playing along by feigning ignorance opens up.
Then you want to know about the Grey Fox.
And talking about the Grey Fox.
Want to learn more? Visit the waterfront district of the Imperial City. Find the Garden of Daraloth at midnight. Then, ask your questions.
Giving you a tangible starting point for the Thieves Guild. Very nice. Alternatively, if you do not play along and just deflect,
You are most welcome.
you receive no such information. Endeavoring to impress, with the sword out to drill it home, reveals that City Swimmer loves admiration.
We can always use fresh meat.
Really? Now you're such a charmer.
Abides jokes,
That's your job.
That's pretty good.
skirts around coercion,
Let me know if you change your mind, though.
Is that so?
and avoids boasting.
And don't screw up.
You're pathetic.
But of course, bribery always works.
I'll take that, and thank you very much. That's not bad.
Speaking with the townsfolk, Luciana Galena advertises,
Other Bravil trainers? City Swimmer teaches sneak?
and various people convey their thoughts in rumors.
Keep your eyes on City Swimmer. I don't know where she goes when she's not in the canals.
She's a sly one. I understand she's quite sneaky.
Good day.
There are a few more possible statements to similar effect, but it is clear that City Swimmer has quite a mixed reputation. If you are already part of the Thieves Guild, City Swimmer has a bit more to say, and so you know what that means. Time to join the guild. Following City Swimmer's advice, Crow travels to the waterfront behind a home, where at midnight he meets three people: Armand Christophe, the Thieves Guild recruiter, and Methrudel and Amuse, two prospective members. Crow is tasked with retrieving Amantius Electus's diary before the others, and so sets out on the task.
I'll have it before sunrise.
Methrudel seems to know what she's doing, so Crow just follows her. Upon entering the Imperial City, he loses track of her and decides to ask a beggar where to go.
He lives in the Temple District on the far east side.
Bingo. At the house, he needs to grab the diary first, so he just barges past Meridel. Smooth. Now it's time to go back and reap his just rewards. With that, Crow is a fully fledged pickpocket of the Thieves Guild. Back to you, City Swimmer. Now a member, when we ask about Bravil,
What? You have not eyes to see? The castle, of course. The only challenge worthy of a swift sneaker.
it is a nice touch to give you a thieving challenge like that. As you may have caught before, City Swimmer uses he pronouns in the character introduction, and the townsfolk use she/her. Character model and voice aside, and disregarding writing mistakes, the disparity is an interesting one to speculate on. In canonical lore, Argonians can change sex throughout their lives as part of its phases. I first encountered this in Elder Scrolls Online in the Murkmire DLC. There is a lot more to know about it, should it strike your fancy. Perhaps City Swimmer is in the beginnings of such a transition. Because of the disparity and my lack of context on the situation, I will be using they/them pronouns going forward. They wake up at 6 a.m. and mill about for a couple of hours in their house. At 8, they eat breakfast. From 10 and for the rest of the day, they linger throughout Bravil, starting in the northern side and wandering down towards the south, or wherever the mood takes them. During this period, at 12 PM and 6 PM both, they are liable to pickpocket food from passers-by, which is hilarious and also results in the ire of the guards.
What do you think you're doing? Stop right there!
At 9 PM, they head back home and relax for 2 hours before taking to bed at 10. City Swimmer references the Thieves Guild in their interactions. However, they are not part of it themselves according to the game files. It could be an oversight that they were excluded, as it would make the most sense that they are a member. The guild is a well-known thorn in the side of the lawful that has a wide influence and is said to be led by the Grey Fox, a notorious thief. Now that Crow is a member, we have an inside view on their exploits going forward. Admirably, they protect the downtrodden. City Swimmer is, as reputed, a trainer in sneak. They offer their training at the apprentice level at any time of day other than when they are asleep or eat. City Swimmer resides in a small apartment on the upper section of one of the towering, layered wooden home blocks on the north side of the city. It is a small home with a sharply sloped roof, constructed of wood and otherwise unremarkable. This continues inside, as it is a single-room apartment with only a divider sectioning off the bed area. There is a sort of pantry and living space, dining table, storage section, and sleeping area. Notable loot includes a sprig of nirnroot and a sneak skill book on the bedside cupboard. City Swimmer carries the key to their home and a touch of gold. They attempt to evade death by simply running as fast as they can. Too bad they aren't City Runner. Their body is donned in a collared shirt, green felt linens, and sackcloth sandalos. Why did I write that? On a side note, City Swimmer can sometimes be killed without your intervention, as their thieving nature gets the best of them.
What do you think you're doing? Stop right there!
I take pity on them, for they won't even throw fists at me. In appreciation, I offer a kiss.
Such violence! Thought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Let's get...
I think City Swimmer stood out to me because of the name. It immediately conjures up thoughts on their hobbies, which is one of the funniest things these sorts of Argonian names can do. They are called the Tamrielic names, distinguishing them from the Gel names others have, which is the language of the Argonians, according to the wikis. Ottermeal is an example of a Gel name. From NPSee episode 3, there are many Tamrielic names throughout Oblivion which are just as magnificent. We shall undoubtedly see more of them to come. Let the NPC City Swimmer be NPC'd. Thank you for joining me, and
subscribe! What do you think you're doing?